Okay, so my phone may very well predictably die. Um, just because that's what my phone has been doing for I literally don't even know how long, but like it's just been dying. Even if it's connected to the charger, it just flipping dies. I don't know if it's because my charger's broken or if it's my fucking phone because I've dropped it so many times. I don't know. It just dies. It's so irritating, but it's like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good. Who's fine? I'm great. How are you? I'm fine. Hmm. Okay, anyways, um, my sleep schedule is so fucked. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, it's so messed up. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Like, AM, sweetie. Like, good fucking morning to me. Like, it's fucking 1:30. And I haven't been to sleep fully at all. Like, nothing. Like, I don't know why it's so fucked up, but like, it's fucked up and like, I can't sleep. So, what do? I make a video, because that's what you do when you can't sleep. You make a video, because that makes sense. Yep. Anyways, so, can you tell? But I have slightly good news. I mean, technically, I did it to myself, so I guess it shows that I'm starting to trust myself again, or trust my self control a little bit more because for like the first like 2 weeks after, well, actually it hasn't even been 2 weeks, it's been like a week, but like for the first like week of my mom, after my mom's like death, it's still freaky saying that, but anyways, but like I just didn't trust myself not to do anything. So I was like, and I already like am pretty good with my like self control and like barricading myself and like restraining myself from doing things when I feel unsafe with myself. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I kind of just like am accustomed to doing everything in my power to like stop it from happening before I get too far, you know? And sometimes like I can't control it, so like I just have to like make sure my physical environment is as in control as I can make it because my mental state is too chaotic for me to control anymore. Like, you know, like it's kind of just something that I've been doing for a long time. And so I'm used to doing that, but like when my mom, like when I found out about my mom, like I just couldn't cope and like was very dangerous to myself, you know, like extremely dangerous, like probably the most dangerous that I've ever been to myself ever. Which is saying a lot, let me tell you. Okay, so um not only am I suicidal, but I'm also very clumsy and like tend to get myself in a lot of like dangerous slash perilous situations that I don't necessarily intend to be in, but like they just kind of happen. Like, I'm not even like joking. Like, I've been like, I can't even remember how many times like I've almost died. Like, whether with suicidal intentions or like just pure accidental, like dumb unluck. Like, literally, that's like just my life, okay? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. So, this is like kind of a big deal, you know? So like I didn't trust myself, you know? And you know, I'd recently started my antidepressants, but like because I didn't trust myself so much, like I actually like physically like handed over my antidepressants first to my dad because he was the only person around me for the first couple of days. Um Thankfully, my uncle moved in and I was able to like cuz I could have handed them to my grandma, but knowing her, she probably would have lost my medication, which probably would have been horrible. So basically, I controlled my physical environment as much as I could, and then, but I think the main problem for me was like I don't want to like OD, you know? So, which I knew that if like I got really desperate, like I would do something that extreme. Because like, to be honest, like I have thought about like multiple ways to kill myself, like probably like hundreds of different ways, like over the years. Like I'm just putting it out there, okay? But like ODing was never something that I actually like ever had in mind, like ever, just because like I don't like drugs. But like at that time, like that medication was like the closest thing to me. So like, well, actually no, it wasn't the closest thing to me, but it was like the easiest way out. Like, and like I don't know like how to explain it. Like it was like the easiest way out in my like head, like because I was so like irrational. Like it was the easiest way out to me. I thought that I could just like take a bunch of pills and then pass out and then just die, you know? So like not great. Okay. So like once I like started like thinking that and being like anxious and like anticipating it, because I was literally like planning it out in my head, which I normally don't plan out suicide. Like I kind of just like have suicidal thoughts. Majority of time when I have suicidal thoughts, it's kind of just like, wow, like that would be a convenient way to die, but I don't like plan it out fully. Like it's kind of like mostly like impulse, or just kind of like really depressed and you're kind of like, that could be a way to do it, or that could be a way to do it, but it's kind of not really like a full set in plan. But like that night I was like full set in, like plan in motion. Like I wasn't even in control. Like it was just like I was like blueprinting out my plan. Like, you know, like it was terrifying. And I was like, holy shit, this is real. Like fuck no, we're not gonna do that. So I like gave my medication to my dad and was like, hide this from me right now. Okay. Like not okay for me to be near that medication right now. Like you can distribute it to me, but don't give me access to the bottle, you know? And then like for this whole like this whole week, like I've been so unstable, like I didn't trust myself with the bottle, just because like that first night, like I had a full in-depth plan and it freaked me out, and I was like, I'm not okay, I don't trust myself. So I gave the bottle to my uncle and he was kind of just distributing it to me. But like, let's be honest here, like we both have pretty bad memories. And so we kind of kept like occasionally like forgetting my medication, or almost forgetting my medication, which is not good. So because you miss a day of antidepressants and it kind of turns into a shit show. So yeah, like that was kind of becoming a problem. And then like also gradually, like over the period, like after the week was done, like I've like, I mean, you guys saw, like I made videos, like I went from like upsetty spaghetti to semi-stable, or as stable as I possibly can be. And I've started trusting myself again and like know that like I can handle the medication and not like you know, like do anything. So that's good. So I have my medication back, but I also like am kind of unsure about the future. Like what if I go back to that state of mind? Like I don't want to go back to that, but like it's a possibility. Like I don't know the future and I don't know my own mind. Like I can't predict any of that. So I mean, A, I'm not a doctor, and B, I'm not fucking God or Jesus or like Mother Earth or whatever. Like, you know, like I can't fucking see the future. Like, excuse me. Like, I was gonna say, do I look like a poet? But that didn't make any sense. And then I ended up saying God, even though I don't believe in God. But like, whatever. You know what? It's debatable. Okay. Anyways. I also noticed that I make like a lot of weird faces and noises like randomly. Like, well, not randomly, but like when I'm thinking about something, or when like I can't find the words to say something, and then I end up just like making a weird face, or like saying weird things, or like making weird noises, because like that's just what I do apparently. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, also really hope that I don't wake up my grandma, who's literally across from me, or my uncle, who's literally right next to me. Like, I'm not used to having a full house. Usually, if my grandma wakes up for me, she kind of just like ignores me. If I wake up my uncle, oh, he's gonna be pissed. So, you know, I mean, I love that my uncle's living with me, but then at the same time, like, it's kind of like, I have kind of a little bit less privacy, and like, also, I mean, I know it's kind of like an irrational fear. I just like have like a fear of like, well, I think my two biggest fears like ever are like hurting the people that I love and judgment from the people that I love. Yeah, I think those are my two biggest fears. Or having all the people I love leave me or die or being abandoned by the people that I love. You know, this all has a lot to do with the people that I love. I just like, I'm sorry, world, but like, I don't really care about anybody else but the people that I love. I don't even really care about myself all that much. Like, it's literally just the people that I love, which I can literally count on one hand. So, you know, it's not okay. It's not that I don't care about the world, because like the world is important. I get that, because like it's the world. But also, people are really fucking annoying, okay? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, they're really fucking annoying. Like, and sometimes you're kind of like, really? Like, are you this could all be prevented if like there weren't fucking stupid ass like annoying ass people out there, which is unfortunately the majority of humanity. Okay? Including myself. I am including myself into that stupid population that doesn't deserve to be here, okay? Like, don't think that I'm excluding myself in here, because like that's not the case at all, sweetie. Like so yeah. But like, I don't know. I just I don't know. But like, I also like have a lot of fears that like focus on like the people that I really care about, and like I'm really scared of like them hurting me or me hurting them. Well, no, I think I'm kind of scared of them hurting me and like leaving me, cause like, or like judging me, which are all kind of like my main fears. But then like, I think the biggest fear ever in my life would be like hurting the people that I love, because like, okay, this is gonna sound kind of like callous, but like, I don't really care if they get hurt by other people, because like, I can like fix that. Like, that's easily fixed. Like, if somebody else hurt somebody that I love, like I would immediately be there to defend them, if that meant like in court or like physically or like whatever have you. Like, I would be there to defend them, and like it would be easily fixable. And like, let's say that they were like permanently hurt. Like, let's say one of the people that I loved was like permanently like paralyzed. Like, that to me like doesn't matter. Like, to me, like, physical disabilities do not like change a person like at all. Like, to me, like, you are who you are, and like I loved you before you were disabled. Like, I'm gonna love you after. Like, it doesn't matter. But um but like, if I personally like hurt somebody that I loved, especially if it was like intentionally, like, that is like terrifying. Like, I can't, I don't like hurting people in general, but like the idea of hurting like anybody that I really truly care about like is like, I don't know why it's so like, I just don't want to hurt them, you know? Like, I like hurt me, you know? Like, I I don't know. Like, I'm so used to being hurt, and like I don't want to put anybody through that, let alone the people that I love. And so I think that's why that's like my biggest fear. Not death, because sometimes I welcome death. But like, uh it's that. And then a close, very close second is losing the people that I love permanently, whether because they hate me or they die, like my mom did. And I know I'm going to get more people that I love and like really deeply care about, and they're gonna be with me like for the rest of my life probably. But as of right now, the majority of people that I care about are most definitely going to die before I do, or already dead, which is like kind of a tough pill to fucking swallow, you know? Like, I'm gonna. I mean, I know it's like irrational, but like sometimes I think that, like, what if, like, I can't live without the people that I love now? Like, what if, like, I lose all of them? Because I am going to lose most of them before I die myself. And, like, I don't know if I can deal with that. But then I also know that, like, by that time I'm gonna make new friends and possibly lovers that like I really do love and like care about and like can support me and help me through like the grieving process, and like I can move on, you know. But like now it's like terrifying. Like I can't imagine going through it now. But like in the future, like I know it'll be different. But like it's also like a terrifying prospect that like I'm going to lose pretty much everybody that I love now before I'm gone. Like it's kind of like really, I mean everybody goes through that though, so like it's not like a new thing. Like I'm not unique. Like everybody loses their parents before they die. Like everybody loses their parental figures or like older family members before they go themselves. So like it's not anything new. And I know that. It's just kind of like the pain I felt. Well, I mean I kind of still do feel it, but like it's not like as intense. But like the pain that I felt from my mom when I found out that she died like is like incredibly intense. Like it's like uh all consuming and destroying and like horrible, you know? It's like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's just I I hate it, you know? And I can't imagine going through that more than once, you know? And like it's gonna happen, and I know it is, and it's gonna be crushing, but I'm hopefully gonna make their like that's all I can like hope for. But it's also like not good to dwell on like your fears, especially if they have to do with the future, because like you can't predict the future, and like you can't like I mean the only thing that you can predict about the future is death, because like death is inevitable. But again, like you don't know the details on death, and like you don't know how you're gonna take death, so why worry over it? Like just let it go, you know? Just let it go. Just let it go. We're good. We're good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We're fine. I'm fine. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, sorry about like fucking stressing over shit that doesn't. I mean, it does matter. Clearly, it does matter because I'm stressing over it. But to be honest, like I stress over everything. Like I stress over way too many things. Like way, like excessive much. Like really, you're stressed. Like just, sweetie, why? Okay, why? I don't know. It's also like 1:40 in the morning. Like, great. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Guess what? I still hold on. I still have my locket, which is like nice. I don't know. It's like comforting. I guess I don't know. Like before, it was comforting because it was kind of like, oh, this is neat. Like it's a family heirloom. Like I got it from my grandma. It's like important. But now it's like significantly more meaningful to me because like it's like a physical, like I don't know, like it's a physical like thing that I can cling to that like is connected to my mom, because because it has like a picture of my mom in it. So like, I don't know. And for some reason that like, I don't know if it's just like part of the grieving process and I'll get over it, or if it's gonna be with me forever. In that case, I'm gonna continue wearing this locket till the day I fucking die. Okay, like, anyways, but like, I just need like a physical like thing to cling on to, and like, I can't like. I mean, it's not that I can't be without it. It just really, really helps, and it like really like soothes like my anxiety. Like it just, cause like, to be honest, like I still kind of feel like just like ignoring the whole world and like just curling up in a ball and like crying and grieving and like just hating everything and also suicide, and that's like all still very present. But like it's very like controlled now. Like it's very like I'm in control now. It's not like my mental health, like it's not my mental illness in control. It's not my grief that's in control anymore. Like I am in control. Like I'm still feeling it. Like it's still very present, believe me. But like I'm in control now, which like is really good. Like, and like that's safe. But I also feel like having something to like hold on to and like be able to like depend on is really helpful, and like helps with like the urges and like the anxiety, and like just because like I feel like I have control now, but like I'm always like anxious over like when my control is gonna slip next. Like, like I'm always waiting for it to just drop a little bit and for me to have to like rein it in again and again and again, because that's how it is. Like it's never fully contained. Like it's always like bubbling beneath the surface. Like it's always there. And it's like terrifying because like I hate letting it control me. Because like I don't know what's gonna happen when I let it control me, especially now since I'm like grieving. Like it's 10 times more, like 100 times more intense. So it's like I don't want to let it win. And like I'm always like worrying over when it's gonna slip again and when I'm gonna have to like control it. And like I feel like having like a physical thing to like cling to that's like comforting is like really helpful, because like it helps me like feel like I'm in more control. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like it just helps a lot. Like it's indescribable how much it helps. Like it's kind of ridiculous because it's like literally just a piece of jewelry. Like it's just a locket. It's just a picture, but like it's like I don't know. It's just I'm not saying like I'm gonna commit suicide the minute like I lose my locket or something like that. I'm just saying that like my suicidal thoughts and my depression and my anxiety like is all very like unstable, but like and I'm in control now, but like I'm always worrying like of when it's gonna like slip again. And antidepressants help a lot, but they're not everything. Like a lot of it is just me like having to like be strong enough and be in control and like always watch and like always be like on the defensive of when it's gonna like come back. Well, I mean, it's always there. Not when it's gonna come back, but like when it's gonna like rear its ugly head and be like, hey bitch, and I'm gonna have to be like, no bitch, like get the fuck down. Like so and sometimes like saying no bitch is really hard. Because I'm not gonna lie, like my depression and my anxiety is very convincing, okay? It's very, very hard to say no to. So I sometimes need a little bit more help, and sometimes it's therapy, a lot of times that's therapy, a lot of times it's family and friend support, and a lot of times that's antidepressants now. But this is just something else that's helping. Like it's just something else that's like giving me like strength. Something else that like that I can like cling to, that like has like something that like helps me gain control. Like it's kind of like sometimes when I'm like really like out of it, like dissociating or whatever, like I need something to bring me back. And sometimes that's like physical pain, which I know is not great. like, I don't, like, cut myself, although I do have, like, strong urges to sometimes. I don't do that. But, like, I do sometimes, like, pinch myself or, like, scratch myself or, like, just do something to, like, get me out of it. But a lot of times, like, I'll take showers if I can, or I'll, like, go into the bathroom and, like splash cold water in my face, like just something to like snap me out of it, like some like strong like physical like thing to like snap me out of it. And I feel like this locket and like my mom's picture is like something that like really helps like keep me like comforted, and like that comfort feeling like keeps me like, I don't know, it's like I'm a little kid again and I have a teddy bear, and this is my teddy bear. This locket is my teddy bear, and it keeps me like happy and like less scared of the dark, aka like a little kid clings to a teddy bear or a nightlight in the middle of the night because they're scared of the dark. I cling to my locket and my therapy and everything else because I am terrified of losing control to my depression and anxiety. And this locket is like like a physical thing that I can cling to whenever I need control, and it's not physical pain, and it's not like splashing cold water in my face, because sometimes like I don't have enough time when I'm like in control to go and splash water in my face, especially if I'm at school. Like I can't just like leave the classroom all of a sudden and go into the bathroom, like, or sometimes during lunch, like the bathroom is like extremely crowded and like I can't, like my anxiety won't let me go into the bathroom past all of these like dozens of girls in the bathroom, because like my anxiety sometimes gets that bad. So like sometimes like it needs to be more instantaneous and something like on hand, you know? And that is this locket, you know? And like I didn't realize that this locket was gonna like hold so much meaning, but like it does. And like I'm kind of happy because like it's like my personal security blanket, and like it's good. Like I'm great. It really helps. Although I kind of look like really freaky because like sometimes like I'll just like randomly be playing with it, or sometimes if it gets really bad, like I'll like cling to it, and like I kind of look really creepy because like I'm like like just don't mind me, just like fisting like my hand, like just don't mind me. I'm just weird. Okay. um but yeah, that's this locket. Like that's what it does for me now. Like so yeah. I don't know how else to explain it. Hopefully I did a good enough job. I don't know. This is weird. It's so weird to like explain things that I go through like on a daily basis, or like things that I'm like realizing, because like it's all like in my head. So it's like really difficult to like explain that. And like it's also like a lot of times like I question like and doubt myself, so like it's really hard to like express like how I feel, or like what I'm thinking, or the realizations that I've made like on their own, because a lot of them are kind of like difficult to explain unless you've experienced them. And then also on top of that, like if you're questioning like and doubting your own self, like how can you even tell if like you're telling the truth, or like if you're like if your story is like correct, or like if you're like even in reality, like, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, like I've mentioned it before, like sometimes I get so deep into my head that I'm kind of like, oh, your life is a lie, blah blah blah, like it's bad. Yeah, but yeah, for now I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Also, for some reason, like the tip of my nose really itches, and like I don't know why, it just does, and it's really irritating because like I don't know, it just is. Okay. Also, it's like turning red. My nose is turning red. Okay, cool. I don't know. Like I'm fucking Rudolph. Like it's December. Oh my god, that reminds me. I went to Home Depot with my uncle today, which honestly like was so boring. It was so boring. I freaking hate shopping. After we went to Home Depot, we went to this like East Indian market, which I actually really love in East Indian markets because like hello, I love foreign food, especially Indian food. Like I freaking love Indian food. Like it's so good. It's so good. Have you had naan bread before? Excuse me. Like so good. Okay, curry. Everything about Indian food so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. But like, anyways, so we went in there and like assaulted my senses because like it smelled so strongly of spices, but like, oh my god, it's so good. I'm getting hungry, okay? It's like 2 a.m. and I'm getting hungry. Like, so fun. Anyways, so yeah, it was like really cool to go into the East Indian market and like just walk around and look at stuff, and I don't know. I just love like supermarkets that are like that, or like just even little like stores that are like East Indian markets or like Asian stores or what have you. Like I just like I love that kind of stuff because it's interesting. Like there's a bunch of like foreign like new stuff. Like it's not like boring shopping. Like it's like you're experiencing like different culture, and like it's just cool. Like it's kind of like stepping into like a different world, or like getting a little taste of like what that country's like, even though a lot of times like I've never been to those countries, but like I would like to imagine that they're kind of similar. I don't know. Like it's cool. Like you know, like it's kind of like I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, so yeah, I just love those kind of stores. So it's really neat to go into there, and then after Home Depot, because like Home Depot is really fucking boring, and like I freaking hate shopping. So boring. I'm gonna die. Like it's so boring. Like I hate like oh my god, it's so boring. Like I every single aspect about shopping is like just so boring. Like you walk around and you buy stuff. Wow. Like what about that is fascinating to people I don't understand? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like anyways, so like during Home Depot, like while we were in Home Depot, we were walking around, whatever. And then it's the 1st of December, so like apparently to media or just Christmas gods, I don't fucking know. Like they just decided to play Christmas music. And my uncle and I are both not the biggest fans of Christmas for a lot of reasons actually. But we both simultaneously like looked at each other and kind of groaned, and we're like, Christmas music. And like the whole time we were in Home Depot, and we were in Home Depot for a while because like my uncle kind of takes a while to shop. Not because he buys a lot of stuff like my dad, but like just because he takes forever to decide on stuff. He's kind of indecisive. So like we were in there for a while, and the whole time they were playing Christmas music, and I was like, oh my god, fucking hate your Christmas carols, shut the fuck up. Like, oh my god, jingle bells, shut your ass up. Like, oh my god. I'm like, sorry. The Rudolph nose thing comparison made me think of that, and it took me a long ass time to get to that story. And anyways, goodbye, because